Ireland back in Dublin. And funnily enough, today or yesterday, Andy Cohen was at BravoCon and he was being interviewed by a Dublin magazine, Stellar magazine, and he actually said that he might do a Real Housewives of Dublin. It's already been done, and it was my show. It's always going to be my show, and it was always going to be my show, and it always will be my show. I was the star of the show. I was the breakout star. And actually, in the end, I moved to a different network and I did Celebrity Big Brother in the UK. And I also hosted a show called 50 Plastic Surgery Shockers, which is a bit like the UK version of Botched, or as I like to call it, 50 Fucked Up Faces. So I've relocated full-time to Beverly Hills with a green card, and I have my skincare brands on my LLC, and I'm all set up here. So I'm not going back to Ireland to shoot Real Housewives of Ireland, and no one's going to make the show without me. Because even with my supporting cast, sorry, my bad, my co-stars, even with them, I had to carry the show for all episodes anyway. And one of the girls on the show, my friend who I adored, was called Jo until she betrayed me. And that's what happens in reality TV, people. So I have her on my phone as Jodis. I'm just keeping an eye on the comments. Jodis, to remind me of the betrayal. And then my real nemesis was a girl called Virginia McCarry, or as I like to call her, Vagina Macaroni. And I was always getting Botox or doing Botox or whatever. In fact, I've done more the British tabloids dubbed me Dr Botox because I've shot up more faces than LeBron James has shot threes. And I've also been the one person who's done more Botox on reality TVs across the pond than anyone. Like I said, I'm coming to you live from downtown Beverly Hills. I'm in the office, it's late. I'm kind of on the American work vibe, which I love. It's just work, 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 work. And again, if you do something you like, you'll never work a day in your life. So let's talk about skincare products. This is Dermaface MD Hyaluronic Acid Serum 1,000 times, 1000x. It attracts 1,000 times its weight in water. We all know about hyaluronic molecules. So when you have a hyaluronic molecule, you find that if you have a big molecule, like what's used in Juvederm Ultra, what's injected into lips or into the nasolabials or into the marionette lines, you're going to have it delivered via needle. And the needle is going to make sure that the hyaluronic molecule passes through the skin barrier, because obviously the needle is going to deliver it to the dermis and the epidermis. So no problem, not a big deal. I mean, it can be a little bit sore, you need numbing cream, but the molecule is going to get through. And obviously the bigger the hyaluronic molecule, the more plump you're going to get. And each hyaluronic molecule attracts 1,000 times in weight. Each hyaluronic molecule attracts 1,000 times its weight in water. I beg your pardon. So that's fine when it's been injected, but what's the problem when you have a topical? You're kind of patting it on the face. You tend to pat it on wet skin and then follow it with a moisturizer. So here I have the Aerospace MD Oxygenating Moisturizer. I also have a face and neck moisturizer and a stem cell moisturizer coming later in this month. But here's the deal. You pat this onto wet skin and you put your fingers and toes crossed and hope it goes through. So what you really need is someone formulating this product that understands hyaluronic. I've injected more hyaluronic than, like I said, than LeBron James has shot threes. I probably have. Thousands of hours. So I understand hyaluronic. I understand what it's like to inject it, and I understand what it's like to have to get it across the actual skin barrier. Okay, so here's the deal. When you've got a topical, you've got to do it in such a way that you want to get the most plump. But again, if you make the molecules too big, they're not going to pass into the skin. They're just going to sit in the water outside the skin, which is a waste of money. So it's a real challenge to actually formulate a topical hyaluronic. So what you do is you pair a medium weight hyaluronic molecule with a heavier weight, like maybe 940 Daltons. Sorry, my bad. I'm actually a real nerd.